What are you gonna do? So with Lutzy, we're working on compliancy. I'll give you an example of him not being compliant. If I would just throw a retrieve to him and he's off leash, he's gonna throw it up in the air and not bring it to me. That's not acceptable. So what we do with a dog like that is we have him hold it, and we also walk with him with it. And sometimes I'll take it out of his mouth and throw it. It's a walking retrieve. Hold. No, hold. Heel. I'm gonna walk him down here. No, heel. Sit. No, sit. Drop. Hold. Heel. No, heel. Sit. That's perfect, dude. Drop. We do that. So I'm gonna walk him a little bit more and do that. Have him do one more. Let's see, hold. Whoops. Heel. Hold. Drop. That's good. Let's see. Hold. Good. Heel. No. Heel. Man. Not heel. Real good when he's holding it. That's for sure. No. Heel. No. Heel. No. Sit. Hold it right. Hold it like that. Hold. Sit. No. Sit. Drop. Hold. No. Hold. Okay. Heel. No. Heel. No. Come on. Let's go. Heel. Sit. Heel. No. Heel. No. 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 He needs to pick this up. Let's see. Hold. Good. Pick it up. Sit. That's real important. When your dog drops a retrieve or just drops it, don't pick it up, man. You start picking it up, you pick it up once, you're going to be picking it up forever. Do not ever pick up a dropped retrieve or any item that the dog drops. Now, another thing that we need to do with Lutzy is we're working with the starter pistol. I didn't bring it out. So, because he's got to do the dummy launcher. This dog's going to be great. I'm going to take him out. I'm going to let him pee. Let me go get something that makes noise. Okay, hurry, hurry. not see. No. I'm gonna use dummy launcher instead of a starter pistol. Don't buy this dummy launcher. This is crappy, man. This is like tech launchers. It's not. Don't do it. $4 more. Get a DT Systems. That's a good product. It's metal. This thing's plastic. It's real junky. So same thing as yesterday. I'm gonna put Lutzy in the car. Make sure he's not going anywhere. Look back, right? So I don't want to. I'm not going to move up on him yet. I wanted to take Billy to the woods, but it's going to rain. So hey, Lutzy, here. Come on, buddy, here. Oh, here. Oh, heel. Come on. Sit. Sit right. Sit. No, sit. No. No, sit. I'll try it a little bit closer. Let's see what he does. No, sit. Good boy, Lutzy. This thing's a piece of crap. Bit in there. Rip off. Chunky, man. God, the load's done there. It's good this is going back. Why don't the construction loads fit in here? God, terrible, man. Let's see. It's good. Good boy. See, compliance is an issue for him. No, sit. Okay. So, compliance is a big part of what we're working on. I don't have any gloves on. No! Smart guy. Here, up. Did it right that time. Pull. Drop. Heel. I gotta work him on heel. No! It's really being bad with heel today. No, heel. Gonna have to hold this right. No. Come on, man, heel. No. No. Heel. No. Be right back. We're gonna have to work hold our heel. Not a bad session, even though that, like, like the seesaw doesn't matter because he did it in the end. So stay on target, especially with the dog. You've started training them. You have a ways to go. Just make sure that they're functioning before you put them up. So he wasn't even doing a good heel, right? But I had him healing before I put him up. And we'll work on the same stuff that he fumbled with, which is the teeter-totter, and especially because he needs to do a better heel. So now he's decompressing, and then I'll work with him again in 45 minutes, an hour. But that's what we're going to work on. And do some retrieves where he spins in the heel. I was doing those earlier with hers. Earlier, he was doing those pretty good. So the thing that we're going to work on is the thing that he was doing bad in this session, which is, keep thinking I smell Sasquatch. Is those things, is the teeter-totter and heel. I'm gonna go inside because it's sort of cold. If anybody has any questions, hang on. It's like you start working with the dog and they kind of regress, like they become, you're like, hey, you were doing it. Now all of a sudden you're acting like you don't know what to do, or, various reasons for that. I was using a louder construction load. That could be it too. Hang on. Like I said, like you can't worry. You want the dog to make a mistake because that's how they learn. So, you know what I'm saying? Like if I go out and do a lesson with a dog and they're just doing it perfect, well, that's great. That's an indication that they've been working and everything's going good. But at the beginning, like you want them to make the mistake so that they can learn not to make the mistake. We play with our 4-month-old puppy. Yeah, she has separation anxiety because of the way you're dealing with her. Yeah, no kidding. You play with her. You play with her. separation anxiety if she isn't in her kennel when we're not in sight. Man, you have issues. I can't help you. I can't get your dog trained. You know, you play with the dog 2 hours a day. What's that consist of? Jesus Christ. Should be training your dog, right? I doubt you're qualified to even say if she has separation anxiety. But you got a mess on your hands, don't you? You do. And what do you mean she has separation anxiety if she's not in the crate? You mean leave her alone in the house, not in the crate? She's what, 4 months old? She's 4 months old. If she isn't in the kennel and we're not in sight. Well, she's 4 months old. Like, why is she out of the kennel and you're not? Do you have any idea what you're doing with the puppy? Hang on. Let me read this again. If she is in her kennel, hang on. She has separation anxiety if she isn't in her kennel when we're not in sight. She should be in her kennel. Okay? If you're not in sight, you can't see the dog and the dog can't see you. She should be in the kennel. About 2 hours out of the training sitting is kennel, and we don't let her out of the kennel if we're not around. Man, you're making this 4-month-old puppy sit for 2 hours? What are you talking about? About 2 hours of the training sitting is kennel. We don't let her out of the kennel if we're not around, just if we step out of the room example. If you step out of the room, she needs to be in the kennel, okay? And why are you working this 4-month-old puppy for 2 hours? Do you have any idea? Did you do any research before you got the dog? What? 2 hours a day, that would be an adult dog, right? That had a lot of training. And you wouldn't do it back to back. 2 hours a day, what are you talking about? No wonder your dog's a mess, man. And you play with the dog. What do you mean? You get on the ground and like wrestle with the dog? Is that what you do? Like, do you do that? Make sure and get down low and play with the dog? Like this? Like, come on. Do you do that? Way too long, man. Way too long to be training that 4-month-old puppy. 2 hours? I mean, seriously. I don't want to... She's mostly running on her own with her. Just wondering how to... She's mostly running on her own. You shouldn't be doing that. Wonder how we calm her down when we're with her. Yeah, it's training, man. You're just like making so many mistakes. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? I don't have a magic wand. Do you want me to give you a sentence? Is that what you're looking for? Like some free tip that's gonna get your dog trained? You don't even know the basics. You don't even know how long you're supposed to be training the dog. You know, do you even have a leash on the dog when you're training it? If you have a leash on the dog, you shouldn't be having these problems. You sound like you'd probably have the dog out of the crate with a leash in the house. It's just like running around. What do you expect? What do you expect? I bet you do that. I'm sorry, man. There's no magic wand. If I find somebody to train the dog for you, right, and then they can show you what to do, it's going to cost money. But you're just a wreck. You're talking about calm it down. Do you know how many puppies come here and I train? I don't have any issues, man. But then again, I know how long a puppy I'm supposed to train it, and it isn't 2 hours. I think you said even more. 2 to 3 hours. What are you doing? What are you doing? You have to swallow and say, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. You're going to screw up the puppy. It's 4 months old. I'm saying get some help, okay? I can't train your dog remotely, all right? And I don't have a magic wand. I mean, just the fact that you've made these like just blatant errors, just blatant. You're never gonna get this dog trained. And puppy, you're talking about what else can we do to calm the puppy down? I don't have your problem, you know, and that's because I'm training the dog daily and not for a 2-hour stint. Generally, what a 4-month-old puppy day looks like with you. You could go watch some videos. Well, 4-month-old puppy, and it depends if the 4-month-old puppy hasn't had any training or not. Your puppy, I'd be taking out multiple times during the day, lots of times during the day, and training it for a minute, maybe 2 minutes at the most. Maybe the first sessions I'm doing with the dog, it's a matter of seconds. And I have a leash on the dog, okay? In the house, too. You're creating a mess, man. I mean, seriously, you are creating a mess with that dog. And, you know, me telling you this isn't going to be better. You're not going to be able to train the dog. I'm telling you, yeah, I might train the dog for 20, 30 seconds, right? But the point is, you don't know how to train the dog. And you're probably using food, right? To use food to train the dog, big mistake. Not having a leash on the puppy outside the crate, it's in the house or even outside, big mistake. You're just making a ton of mistakes. You got this dog and it's going to be, you know how many dogs hit the shelter? Each year, 4 to 6 million. Why do you think yours is going to be in a shelter? Yours is either going to be in a shelter or it's going to be back, you know, chained up in a backyard, or that's the way it's going. This isn't consider it an intervention. Go find somebody that'll train your dog. By the way, it does cost money. Nobody's going to do it for free. No, nobody wants to train your dog for free. And while you're listening, man, I'm not talking about PetSmart. I'm not talking about Petco. I'm not talking about taking your dog to a puppy class. It costs money, man. What's my day look like? What's my day look like? You know, watch my videos. I don't know what to tell you. You can't tell any, you know, I see people with puppies all the time. They're sending them, like, instead of telling the puppy no, they're using some kind of pleasing tone. Like, say the puppy's barking or something, excited, jumping up and down. They're going, relax, relax, relax. Do you know what that sounds like to the dog? Good boy, good boy, good boy. And then they have an aggressive dog. I can't walk up to these people and say, hey, you're a fuck up. You know? I certainly can't on here. Did you do that? It's got to be black and white with the dog, or else you're going to have issues. That's why people get puppies and they think, yeah, why? Because they're ubiquitous, that they're just fucking everywhere. So everybody says, oh, I can train one. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't. And you didn't have enough common sense. You didn't have enough common sense to, you know, think about like, well, how are we going to get it trained? You just thought it was going to go easy. Now you're having problems, aren't you? I could tell from your first sentences, first things that you were writing. I'm like, oh my God. This is helpful. I hope that you wake up and do something so that the puppy doesn't end up in the shelter. You don't know what you're doing bad. It's the problem, okay? There's nothing wrong with the puppy. It's acting like a puppy. You let it run around the house. In the house. What do you expect? Why don't you be bright? You hear that word, oh, it's got separation anxiety. Do you know that for a fact? I don't think you're qualified to make that diagnosis on your dog. You don't even know how long to train the dog. And at the beginning, I swear to God, hang on, let's do what you said. We play with our 4-month-old puppy 2 to 3 hours a day. I sit with her a couple more hours. What are you doing? What are you doing? You sit with her. What do you mean you sit with her? You're teaching her sit. Or you just sit around with her? Sounds to me like you don't want to work. Sounds to me like you're a little lazy. Because dog training is hard work. Or you're gonna spend money. Would you just teach her most of the day then? Just wondering what to do exactly. It's been a few days trying to get on course, just asking questions, just wondering generally what a 4-month-old puppy looks like. Dude, listen. They're in the crate, they're out of the crate, they're in the crate, they're out of the crate, they're in the crate, they're out of the crate. When they're out of the crate, you're training them. You aren't sitting around with them. Okay? And when you're taking them and you're training them, right, and then they put them back in the crate, they decompress, they rest. You have to take a leash on the dog. You're like, how do I calm the dog down? You're asking the most basic questions about training a puppy, okay? Just like, what's it look like? You don't know a thing about training, and you have this puppy. I'm giving you a suggestion, okay? The suggestion is that you find somebody to get the puppy trained. Do a board train, and then they'll work with you, okay? But don't find anybody that uses food to train the dog, because you're just going to condition it to be excited around food. You know, and let me tell you something about dogs. Dogs are hardwired to go with the pack. You have to teach them to be by themselves. Okay? That's part of it. You have the dog for what, a couple of days, and you're like, it just, man, I'm sorry. This just sucks when I see the toxic. Did you read? She'll know what I'm saying. Most people shouldn't have dogs. It's the truth. If I only had one arm, I think I could play the guitar. I might be able to use one of my foot if I was. Now I can't because I'm like, got a bad hip. I mean, I'm sorry, what do you want me to lie to you? You're asking these really basic questions. That means that you're not going to know how to use the leash. You're not going to know how to condition the dog properly. You're not going to know how to respond. 6 million dogs die every year. 6 million! Why do you think you're going to be any different? That's good, Toxic. You don't have, do you have an iPhone, Toxic, or do you have a Samsung? I'm good, but this person, you have a Google Pixel, really impressive. This person has a puppy that probably shouldn't. You're like, what does your day look like? Yeah, like you're gonna be able to emulate the dog, 58-year-old dog trainer. See this stuff? Yeah. How long are you with that puppy? Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. How's she doing? I'm gonna go back outside. It's cold. I gotta go back outside a bunch of times to work with Lutz. Lutzy was like not doing heel real good today. It might be because I used a higher starter pistol load. I don't know. It's no big deal. I think okay, that's good. Hi, Kaki. Kaki likes my one-armed guitar. If it was like 5 degrees warm, take one of the dogs to the woods. But like in the backyard, I was like, I need gloves, I need a hat on, so I came back in. I'm taking them back out for the next session for sure. I think I'll use a heat stick with Lutz too, because he was not doing heel good. Have to wait at least a half an hour more. God damn, man, people. I don't know. You know, it just sucks. I've been seeing this a lot with the puppy, where the owner is like, the puppy's excited, right? Barking, just excited, and the owner's saying, relax, 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 settle down, settle down. She's telling the dog to be excited. She's gonna make the dog aggressive for sure. She is. I can't tell this person anything now. There's no way. I'm not gonna strap you on my end too. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Right, Keg? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna. No, I don't. I don't have any water to make a smoothie. Damn, I can't stand it when people cuddle dogs like that. It's gonna be a wreck. Dog's gonna be a wreck. Alright, she already takes that as separation anxiety. I don't know. She's not qualified to make that decision, that diagnosis. I tried cutting these with, I tried cutting some real thick sheet metal, the kind you'd make They didn't work at all. Not gloves. These were watercolor. Find a hat, some gloves, get ready to go outside. Martin, Freddie. So we can smarten up Luxie. Yeah, he was doing good at the end. He jumped off the seesaw. It was very unlike it. Hey, Khaki, what you doing? Why don't you lay an egg, dude? Are you going to? Okay, well, lay it, dude. I'm right here. Yeah, lay it right there. Lay an egg right there, will you? That's the perfect place. Good girl. Lay that egg, baby. Well, they don't have to be for roses. Come on. Yeah. Settle down. Settle down. Should just be no. Right, Khaki? Khaki, lay that egg, baby. My brother let Pumpkin out of her kennel the other night, and she was on my bed, so training her was... Yeah. Right. That'll do it. What? What are you doing? It's Khaki. She's laying an egg. Leave her alone. No. It's Lutsy. She's getting excited over Khaki. No. Lutsy, knock down. Lay an egg in front of Lutsy. Part of her training. We're training inside. See, I don't have her cage covered. Sometimes I cover it, sometimes I don't. Lately I haven't been. She really has to learn. He has to learn. He's doing great, actually. Right, Khaki? Khaki. Give me a little pet. I gotta get Mango a bath. I got shit to do today. I was gonna go for a walk. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Go for a walk, take Billy the Hedgehog, but it really isn't real pleasant out. Lay that egg, Khaki. Do it. It's a perfect place. There you go, right there in the corner. You got it. Good girl, Khaki. There was one time when she sat on me in my sleep. I couldn't breathe, so I woke up. I thought she was staring at me. I thought I was experiencing sleep paralysis. I got no water to make a smoothie. It's a real problem. I might have to use a zero water thing. I gotta work her heel, though. I also should use the starter pistol thing and the dummy launcher. He's doing good though. He's sitting. He sees me with it. He knows what it is. I guarantee you, when that dog sees me, I'll probably do it with another dog and show him. Why is it so universal? Most people are left-handed, but that had to do with holding a gun. That's where that originated. But you use the left-hand side. And all dogs go on the left. It isn't one on the left, one on the right. It's all on the left. But if somebody's training you and you're left-handed, you got to do it that way because you can't expect them to, you're going to have to learn it that way. Which would be weird, but, I could do it. I could do it right-handed, but I'm not right-handed. I haven't learned that way. anyway, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm not ambidextrous, but I mean, if I had learned it that way, it would be no big deal, but these are shitty, but they still work. No, I didn't find Bigfoot the other day. We saw him like the 2 days before. Saw one. I gotta try and make up for another session with live. I'll live stream again. Alright. I'm left-handed. It's pretty easy to get used to walking your dog on the left. It's a little weird to fight, but it's like learning how to hold a leash. I didn't know you were lefty. No shit. Toxic Shiba. Lefty. I was gonna go to the woods today. I was gonna go out there with Billy. Well, the Raven has a name, and you clearly don't know it, so what's it matter? I gotta take him pork. I gotta go find a hat. I gotta find gloves. It's kind of nitty out, and all that live stream in a little bit. All right. Thanks, everybody. The person with the puppy, man, they're not gonna get help. I can tell. No, I can do it. No, you can't. You know? I'll live stream in a little bit. Let me get gloves and a hat and shit.